Okay, 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. Car battery is completely dead. It's hooked up to cables and it will not turn over, which is normal. The battery is completely dead. I'll let it sit here for a while to get some juice, and then we'll try again in a second. Okay, so while the battery is charging, I'll explain a little bit what happened. So we took the car over to a family member's house while we went on a vacation. The car was working 100% fine, no issues whatsoever. We dropped the car off, or they dropped us off at the airport, took it back to their house, and it sat there for about a week. They went to start the car, and the battery was dead. And the battery was, I guess, 2 years old and was in good condition. We never had any problems with it. It was still covered under warranty. So I figured it was just a dead battery. So I took the battery and they exchanged it. And so I replaced the battery and the car started fine. After about 10 seconds of a normal idle, I started to notice a chugging in the idle, and I knew that something was wrong. The engine lights started flashing, and so I knew the cylinders were misfiring, and so I shut it down. We took it to the dealership. The dealership was going to charge $800 to get into the engine, and basically they couldn't figure out anything else that was wrong with it. So they wanted to open the engine up. We ended up taking it to a different mechanic. The mechanic did the same thing. They had to get into the engine, so they opened it up, and they really couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. The diagnosis, they had stuff all over the place. But the car was misfiring in multiple cylinders, which I already knew. And so because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, they wanted to replace the entire engine. Obviously, we weren't okay with that. I knew I had I guess I don't know, but I have a really good feeling, or I guess bad feeling, I don't know, that the issue has nothing to do with actual hardware in the engine. The camshafts look fine for how old the car is. The car is sitting at about 110,000 miles. We went ahead and replaced all the spark plugs just to get that out of the way. So knowing what I know with the car starting and then idling normal for a little bit and then kind of chugging after that, and then just with the battery dying, and I know there's been some models that have a history of battery problems. I'm fairly sure, I guess, from a non-mechanic's perspective, that the issue is something to do with the electronics, just because I guess it doesn't have to, but that's where my mind is going, just because of the symptoms of it. And the issues were non-existent before the battery died. So it wasn't until the battery died and I changed the battery out that the issues started. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. I'm still waiting for the car to charge up so we can start it. And then, yeah, I'll post the video there.